And there it is. The big live. Yes. You are live, fellas.
Ba-boom.
So I think we're all set, guys. What's going on out there today? Happy Monday morning. Gosh darn it. What a great weekend of football, by the way. And so I was hoping the Bills would get in there, but they didn't. So, Kansas City. Yeah, okay. Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. Anyway, I'm glad Detroit got in, though. That'll be the Jared Goff, go Bears, Cal. That'll be kind of great to see him coming back to the Bay. But let's go Niners.
Okay.
Shall we talk about tennis?
What the heck? Give it a go. Let's give it a whirl.
Give it a whirl. All right. So, guys, look, what I got for you today is what's the right shot, number 340, and we're to test their shot tolerance. And, most times shot tolerance is just kind of thought of as, well, maybe that's a form of pushing, and I suppose you could say it is, but to me, it's really much more of a high quality.
Yeah.
I'm not saying pushing is low quality. I'm just saying pushing is sort of a different form of seeing how many balls this guy really wants to play in a point and how long they're comfortable doing that. And Jeff, you and I have gone out and played against guys who you can tell from the get-go, oh, okay, well, this guy's carrying around an extra 17. So maybe, okay, he looks really good. I watched him play yesterday, against a guy who, I think he should beat him 10 out of 10 times. He looked great.
Yeah.
And he looks really good in the warm-up right now. But let's just see how long he looks great. So anyway.
Yeah.
I got a point for you today. That's I go back to maybe this is a form of pushing, but it's and I'm not going to call it a higher quality, because pushing is definitely a strategy that works.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got a guy in my age group. I'm sure everyone's got a guy or two in their age group where you look at the draw and you go, oh, baby. All right.
Yeah, at lunch.
It's going to be the lunch pail with the hard hat. It's going to be a long day. And I used to look at that guy and just go, man, I'm so glad he's not in my half of the draw. Someone else will get him over there. And then sure enough, you have a great half to your draw. You get to the finals. There he is.
There he is.
There he is. He worked over enough guys. There was a lot of roadkill along the way.
Yeah.
And you just go, okay, well, we got to work. So look, guys, every day, this same time, 8 a.m. Pacific, going live with a new episode of What's the Right Shot. And I'm kind of thinking, Jeff, there might be a third component to What's the Right Shot, which is, number one is shot choice. Where do you want the ball to land over there? Number two is, well, where do you want to enhance that shot choice by where you move to next on the court? And why couldn't the third thing be, what's the message you're sending to this guy?
I
don't know.
Yeah. I like that. I think that, that's part of the mystery of the game, right? Is coming up with, patterns of play and do you have the discipline to do it? And then I think that third message is, what is the third message? For me, it's, I have the fitness to be able to reset the point 5-6 balls in. And does my opponent have that same mindset to go ahead and stay in the long, like, okay, here we go. We're going to reset. It's like boxers, right? Boxers, everybody go back into your corners and then, but we're still in the same round. We haven't left, right? It's just like, everybody back up a second. Okay, here we go. Let's go again. Now let's start with the jab again. Let's start with this again, right? So it's kind of that kind of mentality.
Yeah, good.
Morning, Rich.
Right. And then in the afternoons, every day, another live session, 2:30 in the afternoon, we do some tennis mindset training. A little nugget of something that might have worked for me, maybe didn't work for me. Certainly what's worked over the last 18 months in that 12-month run that I had, that I just think is kind of important, the mental stuff, mental parts of the game. So, guys, here's what I've got for you. Got a point from you from the finals of the 2023 indoors. Yours truly on the other side. And what I mean by shot tolerance is, can you make this guy? I mean, this is like a form of pushing, Jeff. It's just not like a high bunt. We're going to roll the ball up high and just drive this guy crazy.
Right.
And to me, it's a different form of that, but you're still going, at least in my mind, I'm still counting in terms of, I'm going, all right, let's see what he's got. 1 for me, 2 for me, 3 for me, and 4 for me. And that's it. That's the tolerance right there.
Right.
And now if you go back and you look at his court positioning, well, part of this single strategy in terms of shot tolerance is having already shown him a few times, look, I might not just go shot tolerance in terms of 17 more slice underspin backhands, because there might be an underspin backhand dropper.
Could be.
It could be right here. Is it going to be? Oh, no, it's not. So he's looking for it.
Right.
He's just not comfortable back there thinking, okay, well, I'm just going to hang back and maybe I can, outshot tolerant Brent or your opponent. That's not how it works. You've got to be able to kind of make him think that something else could be coming, and then it's not crap.
Yeah. Yeah. I like, it's, this, shot tolerance is, you have to hit quality balls. Right. And so I like the fact that that even though you like this ball, you're in the middle of the court, you just hit yours down the center. Okay, fine. He gives you center. You take him a little out and he goes back and you drive him in there again. I mean, none of those balls that you hit were edge oriented, right? There was plenty of margin, all high quality, right? And then, and then, part of shot tolerance is does your opponent like all of a sudden not know what to do? Like, okay, I've hit 2 cross court slices. I've hit 3 cross court slices. I should do something else now. And that's what you're probing with. You're standing back there just going, no, let's just see. Here, you make a decision. Here, you make a decision. Here, you make a decision, right? And that's part of that, strategy, or however you want to talk, methodology is, it's not only shot tolerance. And what is that? It's mental tolerance, right? What does the guy think he has to do? Like, he had to do nothing different there other than slice it back to your backhand. But it's almost, you can see his brain just like spilling out there. Like he had no idea what to do with that ball, right? He had lost his way, kind of. He was thinking drop shot. You can kind of see it. And then he had there was nothing about his next move that said, oh, I got to work this back into the backhand corner or up the middle again, and let's start over, right? You let this guy, he just self-destructed. Yep. Right. And that's kind of what, shot tolerance playing does to your opponent, is where are they at? When do they start to self-destruct? Is it ball 4? Is it ball 5? Is it ball 6? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, look, and you could, if you want to be a shot tolerant strategy, use it. If you just want to bunt balls up high, do it. It's a strategy. I'm sorry. They can disrespectfly call you a pusher. However, it's a strategy that wins. And if you go out there and think, well, man, the guy just pushed me. I really like it when guys give me pace. Well, Garce, who doesn't like that?
Did you give the guy a little prompt card when you met at the net and said, hi, my name's Jeff. Hi, Jeff. I'm Bob. Listen, this is what I like. Okay, Bob, I'll be sure and get to that list today when we're playing. It's like, holy moly.
No, it's a strategy that works. And look, we've just described 2 ways where you could just be the bunter and just no spin, just put it up there. You could do what I've showed you in this point, or you could do a combination of those 2.
Mhm.
And to me, the best shot tolerant strategy is a combination.
Right.
One thing he didn't give me here was really a forehand. I mean, they were all backhands, right?
Yeah.
So if he gives me a forehand, I'm probably going to get around it and roll it up high back over to the ad court. So it's not going to be a linear type of shot. It's going to be, you want to call that a push? Go for it. I don't care. Again, the same thing. It's a high quality, not heavy, but it's got some top to get up there, and it's got a different kind of bounce. Why not show the guy different contact points in a rally? Why not? Why is that not a great strategy? It is.
Right.
So, and the other part of this strategy too is that, look, once in a while, throw in a dropper, make him think in future points. That's always a possibility. And now there's the flummoxed.
Yeah.
Um,
I think players kind of miss the opportunity, knowing that just like in baseball, there's a conspiracy going on between the catcher and the pitcher in baseball against the batter. At least I've heard that, right? And the conspiracy is like, what part of the strike zone does this guy not like? And we're going to work that, right?
yeah,
And so,
right.
out here on the court, we all have a strike zone. And I think a lot of players don't see and understand that box that they're pitching into is a strike zone. And so if I give the guy the three, balls that go over the net at 2 feet high and seem to like crest right at his hip line, I might want to think twice about giving him 3 or 4 of those in a row. Like you're saying, throw in a high roller, throw in the cut. You're not moving the ball anywhere else on the court. You don't have to find some, Einstein's, theory with a whiteboard and all these different equations to like do something magical. But changing again, we've talked about the 5 different qualities of a ball, right? We've got direction, location, pace, spin, and the last one, height over the net. And that tends to move the ball around the strike zone. So we only have to make a little adjustment to find a different part of the guy's strike zone and see like, oh, he doesn't seem to like that, or he always seems to go with this response. And so even if it's a decent response, if I know it's coming, it's no longer a mystery. I can take advantage of that. So, there's a lot of different avenues to kind of pick apart your opponent and figure out ways to like get in there and work something. And it's not all about, oh, what's the magic pattern here? Magic pattern might be, I hit a drive into his backhand, I hit a slice into his backhand, I hit a high roller into his backhand. And by that time, he's given me a ball that's landing around the service line, and then let's go to work.
Yeah.
So
Guys, look, a great drill for this is the 1, 2, 3 drill. And so what I do is I'll go out there and I'll play points, and I'll just count to 3. And just like we've always said with the Craig O'Shaughnessy stat, that 70%, give or take a few percentage points, 70% of the points that we play are 4 shots or less during the point. And so I figure if I can get to 3, I got a pretty good chance of winning that point when I'm returning or I should say whether I'm serving or returning. So I just count to 3. Serve is 1. The next one is 2. Next one is 3. And so, and that for some reason, Jeff, when I'm counting, and we talked to Mark Vines when he says his plan A is not working, I said, what's your plan B? I just count. And the counting takes away, at least for me, and I think for other guys too, that thinking about, well,
right.
There's so many potential thoughts when things aren't working right that, well, I got to up my game. I got to hit this shot better. Oh, well, I can't do this. Well, I got to do this. And the counting at contact, not before, not after. I just find it at contact, and the timing gets to be, that's all I'm focused on. I'm just focused on, I'm trusting instincts in terms of shot choice. And so anyway, guys, that's a drill that you ought to get out there today and or this week and make happen. So Jeff, thanks for your stuff today. Always good. Guys, again, a reminder, every morning at 8 a.m. Pacific, going live with another episode of What's the Right Shot. And then in the afternoons, we are doing some mindset training as well at 2:30 Pacific. If you love this stuff, like it, please subscribe to the channel. Click that notification bell so you get updated every time, or notified, I should say, every time I go live or upload. That's right. Not upgrade, update, upload a new video. If you're new to the channel, new to me, I really appreciate you coming on, and hopefully this has been helpful to date. What I've got for you is a free training video. It's about 20 minutes long, and it's the 80-20 reality check, which says that 80% of the time we're on the court in a match, we're not playing points. We're actually in between points or on side changes. So only 20% of the match, on average, is spent playing points. If you manage that 80% really well, not only do you create tactical focus, clarity, how do you want to start the next point, but that clarity carries over into the point as well in terms of shot choices. You can get that video. It's free. It's about a 20-minute video. It's over at webtennis.com. Like I said, it's free, but private, and it goes through my 4 step-by-step between points routine. Jeffrey, that's it, man. That's it for today. Any parting words, 10 words or less?
I think just, you got to get out there and work on this stuff. It's not easy. The stuff is like yesterday, I was on the court, gym work, and then played a couple sets. And all I can say is that to define a pattern, to define a strategy, and to make adjustments while you're playing takes focus. And so the training that you're giving, the players got to have the ability to not just slowly, kind of unconsciously slide back to their warm fuzzy, what they normally do. It takes a lot of mental work to be able to make adjustments while you're playing in terms of patterns and strategies. And you have to practice that. It doesn't happen because you intellectually know it. It means nothing. If you're not actually in the trenches doing the practice work and trying this stuff out when you're practicing,
not going to happen.
Not going to happen.
Good. All right. Well, on that sour note, thank you.
Actually, I find it fun. I find when I'm playing those practice sets, I find that part okay, so what can I do today? What am I going to work on today? What am I, I find that part of it the most engaging part is what else can I do with the skill sets I have? Am I missing something? Am I leaving something on the table that I haven't thought about before, I haven't figured out yet, that's the fun part. At least that's the way I see it, is like, get out there and tinker with stuff.
Now that's a more positive message. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us today. See you again this afternoon, hopefully, for a little mindset training stuff, and certainly tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Pacific, for another episode of What's the Right Shot. As always, time to get out there, help someone else have a great day, guys. See you again next time.